Yes, guys. Evening to all. Here again at Welchman Hall Gully. I will now do my walkthrough video. So this is the staircase to take you back to the south entrance, where Welchman Hall Main Road and the Vault Road. So that is why there's a chain here because there's no entrance. That is the section I showed you guys when I done my video walking through Welchman Hall. I showed you guys that section. So that staircase will lead to that section, but it doesn't open. You enter from the south, from the north entrance, not the south entrance. This sign here says this plaque commemorates the visit of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II and HRH, the Prince Philip, to Welchman Hall Gully on the 19th of February 1975. Property of the Barbados National Trust. So this is Welchman Hall Gully again, which is the underground cave. So this is where you stop and you come to Welchman Hall Gully. And you will go back around again and to the lookout point where you can see the east coast. I should have started there first before coming through here. Nevertheless, I will go back around to the entrance and show you guys the way around. Show you guys the lookout point overlooking the Scotland district of Barbados with Welchman Hall Gully. With the east coast and the parishes of St. Andrew and St. Joseph. Or a natural underground cave here. And this is a board giving detail about ornamentals. Ornamental plants are appreciated for their aesthetic qualities and are used to beautify the appearance of a landscape. The design of Welchman Hall Gully was highly influenced by Iris Bonacci, an internationally renowned horticulturist and the creator of Andromeda Gardens in St. Joseph. It is important to note that not all ornamentals are suitable for gully habitat, and some ornamentals, if misplaced, can become invasive. Number 28 and 29 were planted for their beautiful flowers, but are exotic plants and are unsuitable for gullies. Keeping them under control is hard work. So yes, guys, once again, I will continue my tour. And again, I'm in the parish of St. Thomas, which is to the center of the island. St. Thomas and St. George are the two parishes here in Barbados, situated along the center of the island, and they are best referred to as the heart of Barbados or the central uplands of Barbados. So there is no sea nor coastline in these parishes. St. Thomas and St. George are the two landlocked parishes here in Barbados. Another flower cut here. So this was my mother and aunt's playground as children and uncles. I was taught that they used to come in here as children and play. So the entrance fee to Welchman Hall Gully, I forgot to mention in my previous blog, the entrance fee to Welchman Hall Gully is $15 Barbados. All Welchman Hall Gully, which is a natural underground cave. And it is a property of the Barbados National Trust. It was acquired by the Barbados National Trust in 1962. It was the Barbados National Trust first property. Back at the bamboos again. Hall Gully. Excuse me? Excuse me?
Sorry.
This guy's. And this is the gully showing, giving detail about the gully formation. So before I forget, it was in Welchman Hall Gully where the bold and beautiful the daytime so opera from the US. Did their photo shot, photo shoot through here in Welchman Hall Gully when they came to Barbados back in the 80s or early 90s. Native plants. Just going to walk way back to the gully. Okay, lots of monkeys are always down here. There's a monkey here. Yes, the Welchman Hall Gully is filled with monkeys. This is the monkeys' home. This is home to a lot of monkeys. And the palms. Nature has it say in 2021. In the spaces of 10 weeks, Barbados was hit by 3 natural disasters. On April 10th, La Soufrière, the volcano of the island of St. Vincent, just 100 miles to 160 kilometers to the west, dumped a huge amount of ash on Barbados. It took weeks to clean up. Then in mid-June, a severe weather system generated a tornado which cut the swathe through some parts of Barbados. Welchman Hall Gully took a hit with dozens of trees destroyed. 2 weeks later, the island bore the full force of Hurricane Elsa, a Category 1 hurricane, with winds up to about 75 miles per hour. This was the first hurricane in Barbados for 66 years. It was the Nutmeg Grove and the Palm section that were worst affected. In the long run, this is a good thing for the forest, as it was mainly old trees that fell. The forest canopy was also reduced, letting in more light, which will help generate new nutmeg trees. Other plants, especially native ones, will also replenish the forest, and new, stronger trees will flourish. The cleanup is a long and labor-intensive job, and is still going on. But in a couple of years, the evidence of these natural disasters will have disappeared. Let's change the walk. We're back into the forest. Nutmeg walk. I did this already. I will still show you guys what it says on the board. And this is the spring again. That dried up. The spring again at Welchman Hall Gully. Sign says the spring is no longer used, but just over 100 years ago, it was a source of potable water for the residents and their livestock. With modernization, the spring was replaced with pipe running water. However, in 1955, a hurricane with water supplies cut off after Hurricane Janet, the last hurricane to directly hit Barbados. The spring was the only source of potable water in the region. The broken concrete is the remains of a trough that once live, once lived watered livestock. That once watered livestock. This is the spring here, reached by the spring, which now dried up. There's also a spring here in the parish of St. Thomas by the name of Porry Spring, which is to the other side, closest to Hillaby side. Yes guys, Mount Hillaby is in close proximity to where I am at. Mount Hillaby is on the border of St. Andrew and St. Thomas. Half in St. Andrew and half is in St. Thomas. And it is Barbados' highest point, 1,116 feet. You can see the bamboos which have fallen. There's the walkway again. This is the Colin Hudson Memorial Garden here. I'm back to the orchard once again. Now heading up the stairs to take you to the lookout point, where you'll get a good view of the East Coast as well as the Scotland district. Here's the swamp again. It looked like it harboring mosquitoes though. The sign says exit, but do not pass this point where monkeys are feeding. This is the children's play area, and this is the bamboo hut here. Back to the entrance, number 2. Back to the history of Welchman Hall Gully, the Barbados National Trust. Welchman Hall Gully was originally part of the Welchman Hall Plantation owned by General J. Williams in Welchman over 200 years ago. After changing hands only 4 times, the gully was bought by the Barbados National Trust in 1962. This was the trust's first property, and the only remains of the Welchman Hall Plantation is the Williams Vault, located on the Vault Road to the west of the gully. The gully is located about 270 meters, 880 feet above sea level, is 1.25 kilometers, 3/4 mile long, and divided into 6 sections. Each section represents a different cultural heritage aspect of Barbados. The orchard, native gully plants, the nutmeg walk, the ornamentals, and the palms. All the rest I will leave you to read as I make my way up the stairs to show you guys the lookout point. From here you can see the viewpoint bar, a restaurant, which is opposite the gully. And you can also see the Scotland district from here. I'm not going up the stairs. You can see the section where you pay your fee to enter the gully. So this is the stairs, and I'll show you guys my family land and area. My aunts and my great grandmother and my generations were born. Generations before me were born. This is the lookout point now, where you can see the East Coast. A lot back down in the gully again. Danger, please keep clear of the fence. You see my family area here, Carrington's Village in St. Thomas. My family from my mother's side were born. And you can see all across the Mount Hillaby. Over here, which is the highest point. Over here is Mount Hillaby. To the left of the screen, this high point here is Mount Hillaby, which is the highest point in Barbados. And it's also a part of the Scotland District. You're overlooking the Scotland District in the parish of St. Andrew. The Scotland District comprises of the parishes of St. Andrew and St. Joseph, and they're referred to as the Scotland District because they resemble the Scotland countryside in England. You can see all across to the hills of Chalky Mount, which is in St. Andrew, and you can see all up to lakes, and you can see the east coast as well, with Lakes Beach, Morgan Lewis Beach, and Barclays Park Beach in St. Andrew. And you can see over to St. Joseph with Saddleback Ridge and Bissett and Cambridge and upper parts and lower parts. Yes guys, this is the area where you can get a good view. And here's a table here showing you different sites around the area that you can see. With Mount Hillaby to the left. Mount Hillaby is the highest point in Barbados, 1,116 feet, and it is on the border of St. Thomas and St. Andrew. And this is Mount Hillaby over here. You can even see a plane in the sky here as well. Yes guys, Mount Hillaby with Lakes Beach in the center, the Atlantic Ocean in the with Lakes Beach in the half center, Atlantic Ocean in the center, Scotland District to the right ahead of us. All over it, the whole thing is Scotland District, and Chalky Mount is to the left. So Mount Hillaby is to the west, northwest, and Chalky Mount is to the east. In the table of contents, telling you about Chalky Mount. Mount Hillaby, Lakes Beach, Atlantic Ocean, and the Scotland District. So thank you guys for watching. I would have showed you guys my family area, but because the trees and so on overgrown, I can't even see it that well. You can see half of Carrington Village. That's where my family originated from. My family from my mother's side, my great-grandmother, my great-aunts, my aunts, and one of my uncles and cousins all originated from this area. You can see all my grandmother, my great-grandmother land up here, just below here. My great-grandmother land just below here. And you can also get awesome views of the Scotland District from here as well. So thank you guys for watching and have a blessed evening.